Hello and welcome to Claret and Blue and another episode of Tuesday Club with myself, Dan Rolinson and Dan Bardell, plus a little special guest there, what we can just about see on the video version. How's little Rosa doing?
Let me tell you, she has found her vocal cords. She just woke up as well, which isn't ideal. She's found her vocal cords over the last week, where now, if you're not paying her attention, she'll literally just not cry or be upset. She'll just like shout at you, basically.
Oh, yeah.
So it's very difficult to get things done. So I'm hoping that she'll just stay quiet through this pod. I did one with Jacob the other day with her in my arms, and she stayed asleep for the whole time. So hopefully she can follow suit and do that again today.
Well, we'll soon find out, and everyone else will find out by the length of this episode. If it's only about 10 minutes, then she woke up. We'll know why. How are you, by the way? All good?
Good, yeah. Obviously, don't want to really talk about the game yesterday, but it wasn't great, was it? I think not beating Burnley is not brilliant, but it is what it is. It's almost, you have to kind of caveat every league game at the moment by kind of saying it is what it is. I'm just a bit worried about the precarious position we're in terms of top five, because I know this is a very like negative mindset, but I can't help but have a nagging doubt in the back of my mind that, you know, Villa had a huge game at Old Trafford at the end of last season to qualify for the Champions League. If we go into the Europa League final, knowing that that's the only way, or most likely way, that we're going to qualify for the Champions League next season, you can get someone sent off in the first 15 minutes. Like, something can happen. And if the day is against you on a cup final, you'll lose. I just like to have thought that we'd have had top five sewn up by now. And I don't think we have, because I expect Bournemouth to beat Man City at home. Like, I actually think they're such a good side, Bournemouth. They're just getting it done at the moment. They're a little bit like we were earlier on in the season, where they're just churning out results, Bournemouth, like whichever way possible. I don't think it's done. Brighton, goal difference-wise, are better than us as well, so they can still catch us at this point. I think, obviously, a point will probably do it. Beat Liverpool on Friday, and, you know, you've done it, I think.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure how strong we'll go.
I do think we'll beat them. I've got a funny nagging feeling that we did a Q&A yesterday, and I kind of said, like, it needs to be for us a bit like how we treated Forest. It's not going to be the same, obviously not. But and a lot of that will be dependent by the team that we see as well, the team lineup specifically. Lots of changes. Yeah, I'm not expecting anything. But I think because of what's happened at Burnley, because of what's happened at Tottenham, I think you've got to go strong now. Because you need points, and you need a bit of momentum for Wednesday as well.
My worry is, and I think this is a completely natural thing, so it's not me like digging out the players at all. If you know that you've got a cup final coming up on Wednesday, I think it's hard mentally to go full tilt and like go in full bodied for challenges and stuff. Like, there's some players that doesn't affect. McGinn, for example, probably wouldn't pull out of a challenge. Even he, in the back of his mind, might think, is it really worth going in for that tackle and injuring myself for Wednesday when I've got the chance to potentially lift a trophy as captain? I think that's only natural.
Yeah, which is why we should have got the job wrapped up against Tottenham.
You've got to beat Burnley. And you've got to beat Burnley, mate. Like, you have to beat Burnley. Like, I don't care what anyone says. You should be going there and winning.
I mean, it goes both ways, doesn't it? And everyone will have their own side of the argument. McGinn could pull out of a challenge against Liverpool and get injured in training, right? That's football. Anything can happen. Any freak accident could happen. So obviously, touch wood, none of that does happen. But I feel like if the atmosphere is good and we go strong, we absolutely can beat Liverpool, because it's in our hands to kind of qualify ourselves in front of our own fans. Last home game, send them off to Istanbul, flying, literally. It's all kind of set up narratively to go and do that. 2-0 Liverpool is probably what we'll see.
Liverpool aren't great right
now.
They're
not as good as what they used to be, are they, at all?
No.
Istanbul at the moment.
Istanbul, by the way.
Istanbul, yeah.
Not Istanbul. Some new T-shirts have just come out that are
very nice,
tasty to me. I actually you know what? Sometimes, like when obviously we're talking about our own company here, so it's not great. But sometimes we've done things, and initially I've been like, I've thought in my head, I don't really like that very much, but everyone else seems to like it, so I'll just go along with it. And then this one, when I first saw it, I was like, I'm not sure about it.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I wasn't 100% convinced. But I liked the premise of Istanbul, and you three all seem to really like it. So again, I just went with it. But I do actually now like it.
To be fair, it's selling like hotcakes, so a lot of people like it as well. Yeah, Rob was like, Rob said this will fly off the shelf, and I was thinking, you've said that before, Rob, and other things haven't. So we'll see what happens. There's 4 of us, and it's a lot of it is subjective, right? Either clothing or creatively. I've said before on this channel, like, I'm not massively in love with the villain as a concept. Yeah, Villa have started to use that a bit more as a club, and you, Max, and Rob love it. So we put it on some clothes, and I do like what we've done with it, but I wouldn't wear it all the time. I've got it there, actually. You can't really see it.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, we've done some good stuff, and this is popular. My only thing with it is, narratively, you win the game. Brilliant. You can wear that all the time. Lose the game. I've got a T-shirt here I'm going to wear for like 4 days and then never again.
Well, Villa have brought out the kits with 26 Istanbul on the back. They're more expensive than that T-shirt. Oh, is it finally? It should be Istanbul, really. They're like, for this season's kit, they're like 50 quid still or something.
Yeah. There was some like merch on the UEFA website as well for that's what I sent in the group.
I assumed that was Villa.
No, was it 30 or 40 quid, that one? And it was like the Villa badge and Istanbul, and yeah, it's a bit AI, I thought.
It is rubbish. Yeah, it's exactly what it was. I like your long-sleeved away shirt, by the way.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, got a Europa League patch on. Which
you know what's annoying? Obviously, there's a chance we might wear that kit.
Yeah.
Only one of my 3 that isn't Europa League printing is the one.
Oh, really? I haven't got any printing on the others. I haven't got the black kit. What do you feel about us not wearing claret and blue? It's not confirmed yet, but it's likely, I think.
Don't mind being in white. We've got a good European record wearing white.
Against German teams that play in red.
Yes, I'd be okay with white. If we put the black kit on, go home, because I don't like that. There's too many bad memories in that shirt. I wouldn't be too pleased with that. But the white one, I can cope with white. I always get the pro ones because I like the fit of them better. But that was before I had a baby and decided to eat takeaways every night. Now I do not like the fit of them.
You were on a generational run of takeaways last week, was it? What did you send me?
I just can't even declare.
It's like Sunday Domino's, Monday Chinese.
It's too embarrassing.
And maybe this is baby dependent. Are you a delivery man or you a go and pick up from around the corner man?
Varies. The kids, obviously, Jen's kids, quite like McDonald's, which is literally round the corner.
Okay.
So I do drive through.
Ages.
I do drive through for that.
Okay. Are you a driver for that, or are you a passenger?
I'm the driver every time on my own.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember when I was a kid, we'd go every so often, and my dad would drive, but my mum would have to talk. My dad wouldn't want to do it. So
I can imagine your dad being like that. Yeah, I can definitely imagine.
I'll drive, but you've got to order it.
Yeah, I do. I go and get the Chinese as well. The Peninsula in Fazeley, nice. Unbelievable Chinese from there. I always go and physically get that. If there's a pizza, I like to get that delivered for some reason. I don't like to go and get that.
Okay.
I like the thought of the pizza coming, the pizza man knocking on the door, the pizza woman, as it may be, knocking on the door and giving me the pizza.
What's your favourite takeaway while we're on the topic, and then we'll move on to something else?
My favourite is Pizza Hut, but no one else in the house likes it. So we always have.
I reckon I was in my teenage years when I last had a Pizza Hut.
Bloody love a stuffed crust. We always have to have Domino's because that's what everyone else likes.
Vastly over expensive Domino's.
Oh, all takeaways. Peninsula I like. Peninsula's not. Giving them some serious business here, hopefully, in
exchange for some free takeaways.
And no one will listen to this, will they? They actually know my order off by heart now, which is a bit embarrassing. They know what I'm going to ask for.
The one by us, it's just good customer service. But the first time it happened, because I'd only been there like once before, I rang up and they were like, I said, what's the name? I said, Daniel. I said, oh, Mr. Rolinson. And I was like, I kind of want to put the phone down. Like, you know me already. I've only been here once. Yeah. We got a takeaway by us in Kidderly. It was like cash only. Pretty cheap. We used to go there, our old house. Now we went there once, and it was just the two of us, and it was 25 quid or something. And they brought it out in like a big box. And I was like, oh, that's more than we ordered, I think. Take that home and have a look. Got home, and it was like way more than we'd ordered, but it was actually stuff that we didn't really like, or you wouldn't normally pick. So it's like, do we take it back and have what we actually ordered, or do we keep this because we probably got like 50 quid's worth of food here? So we kept it, and they rung me up, and they're like, oh, you've got the wrong order. I was like, have I? I was like, that's not what you ordered. I was like, I didn't realise. They said, do you want to bring it back? I was like, we've started eating it now. And I was like, I'll keep it then. And I've never been back since.
So you can't go back after that, can you?
I'm too worried there's a picture of me on the wall or something that I've been banned. Like Michael Scott.
Great podcast so far in that we've done takeaways from the Burnley game and then just takeaways.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic.
I'm just happy to get to 10 minutes, to be honest. I thought it should be late now.
I want to add, like, when you just said, like, because they called you by your name, like, it's good customer experience.
Yeah.
I go to the tip quite a lot because we're always doing stuff. And
Mr. Bardell back again.
There was a period when I lived in Lichfield where I would go to the tip a lot. And I went there and I got into a good routine. Like, a lot of people go there and they're guilty of not putting things in the right place, whereas I was in an unbelievable routine, like just on a generational run in terms of going to the tip, really. And
what is this?
I came down the steps from getting rid of the card or whatever I did, and one of the tip workers looked at me and he obviously recognised me because I've been there a lot recently, and he was just like, "Well done, boss man." Cool, and we're getting called boss man at the tip. The tip can be intimidating, can't
it? Floating for the rest of the day.
Mate, that's probably one of the best things that ever happened to me.
Yeah.
The man at the tip calling you boss man, like it takes a lot to get the respect of the people that work at the tips, in my opinion. Like I've come across her a few times. I remember going in Sutton to help my dad, and I did something wrong, and someone had to go at me. Like,
oh really?
Yeah, it was a long time ago. But to get the kind of the salute from someone that worked there, I think that's a big moment in any man's life. That's when you've truly become a man, when you've got the respect of the people that work at the tip, because it can be intimidating. I actually had something I wanted to bring up earlier, but we ended up getting really away from what we were talking about.
Okay.
Something that we spoke about at some point during this pod reminded me of something that I thought was like a good podcast chat, and it's Villa based as well.
Okay, go on then.
Got a couple of these. Have you got like a favourite like mishap moment from Villa in terms of like the website or something like that? Like when Remy Gard came and they spelled his name wrong, welcome Remy with a Y at the end, which was absolutely incredible.
Good.
My favourite one was, I don't think anyone will still be working at Villa that works there now when this happened.
You won't.
No, I don't think they will, but so Libor Kozak got injured in training. We had loads of injuries at the time. Like we weren't playing well, we were losing every week under Lambert. He's coming under fire. Some of the players are coming under fire. One of the players that was coming under particular fire was Kieran Clark in defence.
Yeah.
Libor Kozak gets a training injury and is ruled out for the season. And in the article that accompanied this news on the Villa website, they decided to reveal that it was Kieran Clark that caused the injury.
I remember that, yeah.
Why would you do that? Why would you mention the player that injured him in training? Like, it's just completely unnecessary putting one of your players under fire. Yeah. Looking back, I always think that's one of that and the welcome Remy are just two things that I always think are just so Villa off the pitch.
Yeah, I mean, that is an absolute rogue shout of things that have gone wrong. I can't even remember anything. The fact that you've got two, have you got any others?
I could probably delve something.
And this isn't
get something.
This isn't quite the same, but I didn't like, and I still don't like when I think back to it now, the Crystal Palace tifo that we did at Wembley. That was just like one we'd already used that season, and
just zero.
That's what Palace did. It was like,
it was unbelievable,
completely pathetic. Made me think a little bit, because I thought about this the other day. Oh, I wonder what we do for the final. If we just use one we've already used and it's all a bit half-arsed, that'll set the tone massively wrong for me.
Yeah, just use the one we used in the semi. Just take it with us. Just easier.
Did you like that one, by the way, the semi-final one?
We did it last season. It was a bit the same as what we did in the Champions League. I didn't dislike it. They've done better ones, I would say.
Yeah.
I liked the Ozzy Osbourne one. I liked the Villa Villain one.
I like the Bologna one as well, with the big sword thing.
Yeah, that was good. I liked the no limit to our dreams at times when our dreams were completely limited by PSR.
I think for Forest, they should have had the Villain and Robin Hood. That's what I'd have done.
Ooh, yeah, I like that. What can Freiburg? I mean, I know very little about Freiburg until I do any form of shows on them. What would them for some reason, if they're called Freiburg, like I feel like their mascot must be a hamburger or something, but it's probably not.
Shall we have a quick Google search? Freiburg mascot. Oh, it's like a little cat thing, like a red cat.
A lion against a cat, Tifo.
It's a bit foxy, actually.
You'd surely think the lion would win in a fight against this creature.
I'll put it on screen for those that are watching.
Now we're talking.
So Fuchsle, Fuchsle, is the mascot of Freiburg. He is a fox with red fur who made his debut in '93. He always wears a cap and sometimes a scarf. The name is similar to the English word foxy.
Hercules v Foxy would be a good taper.
Yeah, I think Hercules would smash him. To be fair, looking at him, he's a bit kids mascot, I think.
I got really excited when you said that you were going to flash it up for viewers, that I was going to see it then, and I realised that you weren't planning on putting it on screen for me, and I'm currently incapacitated in terms of hands, so I can't even have a look myself.
Let's talk about the Europa League final a little bit then, in terms of the game. Forget all the everything else that goes with it. We've still got Liverpool to think about, and I wish we didn't have to think about it. I'd love now to just be full focus on the Europa League, but we can't. But let's have a bit of chat here, because we might not have another chance to have a catch-up before the final next week, depending on what we're both doing. Are you nervous? Are you scared? Do you feel confident? The actual game itself?
It's just unknown. I don't really know how to feel about it, because I don't know an awful lot about Freiburg.
Yeah, apart from their mascot. That's useful.
Apart from the mascot now, Foxy. It's just a complete unknown. Like, Villa have been to an FA Cup final. They've been to a League Cup final in my life. They've had games where they need to win to do such and such in the league, stay up, playoffs, get to top four, whatever. A European final feels like it's just complete unknown to me. And it would be a complete unknown to many of us, unless you were fortunate enough to be around in 82. And it's interesting, I think, for like those that were like there in 82 and have seen the Holy Grail, like, is this anywhere near as big for them? For us, it's massive, people like me and you, because we haven't seen it. And there's people like you and Max who haven't seen anything trophy-wise, so it's huge. Then I wonder if, like, for people who were there in 1982, does it mean as much? Like,
I'd be interested to know. I'll be interested to know, obviously, if you're of that age in the comments and want to share some stories, please do, because we do read through everything. I think it's, in terms of the game, you might, I'm projecting here, obviously, but you might think, it's not the Champions League, though, is it? It's not the European Cup. But it's been so long since we've been in or since we've won something, and 40-odd years since 82 as well. It's probably gained stature, just given time, maybe.
Yeah, I think that's right. Because I got asked a question, I just done a Q&A for my channel, and it's not out yet at the time me and you were filming, but I didn't actually answer this question, and I probably should have done. Someone asked me, like, where would you rank the Europa League in terms of Villa winning the European Cup in 82, basically, if they were to win the Champions League now, or like the UEFA Cup back in the 90s? Because when Villa were in the UEFA Cup in the 90s and they got to the quarterfinals against Atletico and should have gone through, were so unlucky not to get through, but the quality of team was better. Then, because there wasn't so many teams in the Champions League. Like now, if we're being completely honest about the Europa League, until maybe the semi-final and even the second leg of that, we made light work of it. Like, we messed up at go-ahead Eagles, but really it's been pretty plain sailing. How much of a test will Freiburg be? I don't know the answer to that question. Because them is their first final ever, from what I understand. First European final ever, specifically, maybe. Or it could be their first final ever. Like, they're not exactly giants of the Bundesliga, but then I think, like, we played Palace last season and they've never won anything really. It had been a long time since they'd won something, longer than us, and their players had never played in semi-finals, finals, never played in like Europe or anything like that, so they can come and just turn us over. I don't know. There's just so much unknown for me.
Yeah, I think there's a possibility, and this is obvious. I'm just going to give an outcome of a game here. There's a possibility that it could go well and we win, obviously, and it go well. Like, there's a world where we do win 3-0 or something and we go, actually, that weren't that difficult. Yeah. Like, I don't know if it will be that, of course. I've got no idea. We could equally lose the game as well. Or it could be a really tight cage affair. It could be penalties. Obviously, it could be anything. But like, in hindsight, we're kind of, Freiburg, what's going to happen? And we go, actually, that weren't that difficult. Like, we've won it at a cancer. We won 4-0 or something because we've got the extra experience, or our squad is just better than theirs. So I don't know. Yeah, but as you say, the other way is also true. They've got no fear or no expectation or something that allows them to play with freedom, and it's really difficult for us. I just think we're on such a, we said this last week, we're on such a knife edge of where Villa are. Beat Liverpool and beat Freiburg, amazing. Lose to Liverpool and lose to Freiburg, worst season ever.
And see away on the last day.
You're a few days away from greatness or kind of oblivion. Relatively,
the margins aren't
being relegated, but oblivion to where we are.
Yeah, they're the margins, though, I guess, and the players will know that themselves, and maybe that plays into it just a little bit. Be interested to know, like, if you put Freiburg in the title somewhere for this, like maybe a Freiburg fan might watch it. I'd be interested to know what they think. What's their perception of this? Is this just like, this team are far superior to a big Premier League team, have played Champions League last season, like, this is going to be tough, I'm just going to enjoy the day. It'd be great if we win, but if we don't, I'm just going to enjoy being at a final. Because that isn't the Villa perspective. Like, Villa fans won't enjoy the day unless we win.
I was just wondering if they've ever played in the Champions League before, but obviously the chance for their players to play Champions League football next season.
Because they're not going to do it through the league. They're not going to do it through the league.
I think they're in the Conference League places at the moment, John said, and they kind of have to win at the weekend to secure European football for next season.
They lose on Sunday. They were losing 3-2.
I think so. Both clubs are in rotten form, to be honest. So someone's going to come out on top despite that. We obviously hope at this end it's us.
Is it a bit like the Tottenham-Manchester United final of last year, where like both teams were stinking out the league?
I think so. Yeah, it's the wins they've got recently are in European games.
And Villa are just so capable of being brilliant, like they were on Thursday. Well, absolutely atrocious, like they were against Tottenham.
Surely there's no way that atrocious Villa can turn up, though.
They have got that in them away from Villa Park more so, I'd say. They just have it in them. Weird, isn't it? It's weird. It's still over a week away, thankfully. So I imagine I'll get more nervous as the time edges nearer.
I said after Forest, actually, I don't know whether I said it on the podcast or privately, so here we go. It feels to me a little bit, and obviously we'll only know this if we end up winning it, but it feels like the playoffs a little bit, that the Albion game was harder than the final.
Yeah.
Forest gave us more trouble than Freiburg is kind of how it could go.
Yeah, nothing. I didn't feel on Thursday going to Villa Park as bad as I did like when I went to the away leg of West Brom.
Yeah.
That was horrific, and the whole game was horrific, and I felt sick the whole way through. And he went to penalties, which is like one of the worst things I've ever endured. Like watching that was horrible in the ground. Like,
but then one of the best, I suppose.
The end was just like sheer relief, elation. But again, you then remember, actually, still a final to play here. And then at the time, we didn't know whether it was going to be Derby or Leeds, did we? Like, we all probably thought we were going to play Leeds in the final, who we hadn't beaten in the Championship that season, whereas it ended up being Derby, who we demolished twice.
Yeah.
So we kind of knew that we could beat them. That's the thing, again, an unknown. I don't know. I haven't even played a German team this season, from memory. Or have we? No, we haven't.
We had Leipzig last year.
And Bayern, yeah. We haven't played any one of that ilk. It's hard.
Yeah, it is hard, isn't it? But yeah, I don't know.
We're not making people feel any better here, by the way. Like,
it's certainly how we feel at the moment.
There's probably people who are absolutely fine and then they've listened to this and now they're not.
No, well, that's up to them. I'm still pretty confident. I think we will win the final.
I do too.
And I think we'll get something against Liverpool as well, and we'll be fine. I think we'll get top 5 and win in the trophy, which I said to, I think it might have been one of these shows actually. For us to do both is a massive achievement with the squad that we've got. Because I think a lot of the squad isn't really that good enough.
No, I think there's going to be a churn in the summer to be honest. But I think the extent and the quality of that churn depends on being in the Champions League. Personally, think Rodgers will go. Will that enable us to then get in 3 or 4 really like quality additions into the club? Probably. Would you back us to get it right with our current recruitment? Not sure. Alabi's got like such a little body of work for Villa so far, and being like a sporting director, I've been writing about this morning, but I know it's not the job title, but being a sporting director of Villa is not like how he'll have worked before. It's not like how Monchi will have worked before, because Emery is the kingmaker here. So it's a difficult job, but I think everyone would probably be in agreement that something needs to change this summer with Villa's recruitment, like the way we're going about things.
Yeah, definitely. It needs a freshen up. I saw somebody on social media did a list of like definite keeps. Yeah, would depend on offers, and then definite goes. And the definite goes were like 6 or 7 players. And it's like even replacing them is quite a task. Then you've got players from that middle category that you would get an offer for, and you go, actually, they've gone as well. All of a sudden, you might be looking at 9 outs, 10 ins or something, and that's
which is not really what you want going into a Champions League campaign. If that's what we're doing, you also say that like a team, like they always need that first trophy. Like we might get our first trophy, and then it'd be like a lot of players that have won that team. See ya. And then you got to almost like that trophy doesn't count for the players that are coming in. But I guess if you get like a high enough level of player in, that's you want people in that are winners. Like I won't spoil it because again I've been writing about it this morning. But there's a player I really want in the summer who's used to winning trophies, 25 years of age, like experience at loads of different levels.
It's like a bit of a quiz.
Like you want to be bringing in players that have got the mentality of being winners.
Phil Foden, is it?
No, it's on no contract at Man City anyway.
It's only 25-year-old I could think of.
I mean, I can just say who it is. I suppose it doesn't really matter, does it? A lot of people will still read it, I guess. Curtis Jones.
Yeah.
I don't know whether Liverpool would be keen to do business with us after the summer.
Oh, yeah, not alone anyway. Not with any obligation. Just to wrap up then quickly, because we're approaching half an hour and I've got to go and get Wilf shortly. If you were doing a list of definite keeps, who would those players be, or how many would there be?
See, there's like someone who, in an ideal world, I would keep like Concert, but then I also think like if someone came in and offered you money, like you're never going to get that money again now.
Yeah.
Definite keeps.
I think there's a lot of players like that.
Tillemans, I'd definitely keep. Kamara. Still keep him. I think he's too important, although he's not fit at the moment. Kamara, I think one of the reasons we've still got him is his injury record.
Agreed, yeah.
McGinn, obviously.
Yeah.
Probably now Watkins, because I think you need a striker.
Yeah.
I think you still need a striker, but if you're in a Champions League campaign, would Emery be happy with Abraham and Watkins as his options? Probably not. So I think maybe, Abraham just doesn't seem to be fancied at all, really, does he?
No.
Probably Watkins now would fall in there, and I don't think you're going to get massive money for him at 30, 31. I think over time for him to become the second striker probably works for us.
Yeah.
Cash, because we've no other right back and we already need to buy a right back, so to have to buy 2 I think would be a big ask.
Yeah.
Maatsen I'd probably keep Maatsen and Dean, in all honesty, because I think we're going to have so much work to do that in an area that that's probably one of the only areas where I'd say you've got an ideal scenario of an experienced head and a younger player.
Oh yeah, but I don't think either of them are good enough.
I think Maatsen could be good enough under the right circumstances. I don't think he's helped by the way Villa rotate. Is my feeling.
We spoke about him a little bit yesterday, and I think I don't have the figures to back this up, but I think he plays better in the team when Torres is next to him.
Yeah, possible.
And he'd be one of my definite keeps as well.
Torres. Yeah. I think he's hard to replace. In conclusion, Kamara, Tielemans, Torres, Watkins, McGinn, probably with the Cash, I guess, is a definite I'd keep as well. Yeah,
which gives you a lot of work to do elsewhere, and that job is harder if you're not in the Champions League.
I mean, I'd like to keep Rodgers as well, but I'm not sure how it's going to be possible. But there's a few players that will sit in that middle category that it could literally go either way.
Yeah. Because some people...
Nana's probably one of them.
Yeah. I think if you got your money back for Nana, you'd have to think about it.
Yeah, good player, but can't stay fit. And I don't think he's a £50 million midfielder is my overarching feeling.
And I think the definite goes are the likes of Bailey's and Sancho, Gesson, Elliott, get rid of all them properly, obviously.
Douglas Luiz won't be signing permanently.
Luiz, Mings, I think, might be time's up as well.
Painful to hear you say that. Someone who's got his number in a no text back doesn't help there, does it?
That sealed the deal for me.
You could have papered over the cracks a little bit with a reply. I think there's a conversation to be had. Saying all that, you won't be able to just have the 10 players go.
No, definitely not. No,
we could quite feasibly be sat here next season talking about Leon Bailey coming on in the 80th minute in a game and losing. That's possible.
God, well, I don't think we'll be able to keep performing miracles the way we are if we keep doing things like that. But we'll catch up with us at some point.
You can't tell someone what you're supposed to do.
Enjoyed that, Dan. Appreciate that. Mate. Thanks for coming on now.
We always get through a lot more than I think we're going to, and there always seems to be like funny bits, serious bits, Villa bits.
That's the beauty of Tuesday Club, isn't it? We'll take it wherever we want. We had none of that. None of that was planned. 10 minutes of it was about takeaways, for Christ's sake. You can tell that we didn't plan anything. Little one stayed asleep as well, which is great for you. I'm going to go and pick up my not so little one anymore shortly. We'll be back on Wednesday with a Claret and Brew. Myself, John, and Kendrick chatting whatever we want for half an hour as well. So if you enjoyed this, you'll enjoy that. Dan, thank you.
Not necessarily.
Thank you for watching or listening, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.